Howdy, y'all. Jackson here with Dick Trick Studios, and welcome back to another episode of Outside the Hash. I am Jackson, as always, joined by...
I'm Kyle.
Whoa, Kyle went first this time.
He did, but that's because he can't say he's yet another champion. So my team beat my team. So I am still embarrassed by the Beef. One of their worst performances ever, and probably the worst undefeated team I've ever rooted for. But champs nonetheless. I'm Nate, by the way.
Yeah. All right, so let's just kick things off, I guess, with the Canadian Football League.
I had nothing because my teams blow.
I have two, so I'll go.
Winnipeg, right. Unbelievable.
Yeah.
All right, so first up, we have the Ottawa Redblacks took on the Winnipeg Blue Bombers. This game was pretty much a pretty close game.
Embarrassing.
Winnipeg was down early, took the lead by the third, and then choked the lead back to the Redblacks in the fourth.
I almost made this Falcons gonna Falcon.
Well, no, not quite, but yeah.
There were more embarrassing games this week.
Yeah.
Considering how much better on paper Winnipeg is.
Oh, yeah, fair.
This is a really bad loss.
Yeah.
And now
yeah. I mean, hey, the Redblacks were at home at the TD place where they were apparently getting TDs for once. Passing game was pretty balanced. Rushing was pretty one-sided towards Ottawa. You got to stop the run game. So team losses. I noticed something on this stat that they do weird is they put in the yards -18 when you're talking about losses. So does that mean they gained 18 losses or? But I assume they lost 18 on 4 and 36 on 3. Good losses for the Blue Bombers, forcing about an average of 12 yards per loss, but need to get more of those, I guess. Net offense, slightly in favor of the Redblacks, but realistically pretty close, only about 22-yard difference. Is that 22? Yeah.
Especially considering there was an 8-play difference.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
First downs just about equal, slightly favoring the Redblacks. Sacks about same. Giveaways, that's really what sets this game apart. Is there were 2 interceptions by the Blue Bombers, and the Redblacks just didn't have any, so they were able to easily take advantage of all that.
2 picks. What are we doing?
Yeah, both teams were 2 for 3 in the red zone. So
30% on second down is not great either for Winnipeg.
Yeah. 43% is actually pretty decent, but yeah. Moving on, next game, we have another choke fest. The Saskatchewan Roughriders beat the Hamilton Tiger Cats. Saskatchewan is going to be good this year. It's not like they play exceptionally well in the fourth quarter, based on 2 games. They were down 20-7 at the half, and came back in the fourth quarter, outscoring the Tiger Cats 16-3. Winning 33-30.
How many choke jobs were there this week?
Quite a few.
Gosh.
This game across the board is pretty balanced. I'm not gonna lie. The biggest thing, one of the weird things for me is, I would say, it's just weird. So, yeah, probably just the turnovers really seal it, but. Other than that,
yeah, everything's relatively.
Yeah, 33% isn't good, but they were up a lot for 33% efficiency.
Yeah, I guess the 1 of 2 in the red zone versus the 2 of 2 is also your killer.
Yeah. That's also gonna set it off, but that's not like the game breaking kind of thing, because 50% still isn't terrible, but.
Well, that's a 4-point swing.
Especially when you're talking 1 of 2. It's
theoretically, that's your 4 points between your win and your loss, though.
Yeah, it really is.
Say 4 less second downs is pretty big, considering you had 10 less plays on offense.
Yeah, it's 3 for 3 on all of those. So 3 for 3. That I think that does make a big difference. But yeah, so that sums up my games because Tiger Cats took an L, and I was already covering them anyway.
Wow.
Yeah, my teams are cooked, man. We're combined what 1-5. Let's go.
It's just like our pick'ems. No.
Yep.
I'm not doing good in the game. I take pride.
We did awful the week before.
No, it's just IFL just somehow keeps getting worse and worse.
Whoa, Kyle! I was under 500 at the beginning of the year. I've gotten better at the IFL. All right, let me gotta share my screen. What? Okay, I got my 2 games. Are you guys watching?
No.
Time to watch. My teams get whomped. Hey, you know what? We killed a few minutes before getting scored on first. Heck, and we even tied it up.
You tied it up.
Look at all those fans.
All those fans.
Hey.
Wow,
look at that. All 10 of us.
You know, keeping it tied. That's all that matters.
That you spoke too soon.
Yeah, and then
sorry,
you hit watch the Josh McDaniel special.
Off a dump?
Off of 10. He almost fell. No less.
Yeah.
Wow, that is a great defense in the last 2 minutes for both teams.
I wonder who's going to score here.
You never know. I mean, Edmonton's definitely better than last year, but
yeah, moving in the right direction. That's what you want.
That is what we want to see. That's what's
50 cents.
That'd be kind of crazy if it was. I missed it.
I saw the 50 on the chain. That's why I was.
That'd be really. Is 50 Cent Canadian?
He might be. I don't know.
I didn't think he.
Or from Seattle or something, because Vancouver's not, you know.
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
about to go look this up.
Yeah, seriously.
6 for 6 last week. This one a chip shot. 2-yard loss in the play. Adams in the pocket. Hit as he throws. Looking to the corner. Going up again. And he's got it. The Stampeders there. Fakes to his right. Now throws to the corner. Far
Oh, yeah.
side,
Pre-game 50 Cent concert.
That's a pretty good get, to be honest. For,
yeah, it was apparently like almost sold out because of it. So, hey, if it gets fans in the stadium.
Yeah.
Touchdown, BC.
Respect.
To put this one out of reach. Yeah. That is up.
And Calgary's
good. You can take it straight to the
yeah, my best team, Calgary.
Alright. So, the Canadian Football League, obviously. So, here are our standings. And I added the points for you, Kyle, on all the leagues that have points.
Sweet.
So, in my game, Bethel Thompson with your leading passer in the Montreal out game. Fletcher with your leading rusher, and Gittins Jr. with your leading receiver. And then in the BC Lions Calgary game, Meyer with the leading passer, William Standback with the leading rusher, and Mills with your leading receiver. So yeah, all right. And then I have our pick for week 3.
Oh gosh, Kyle's first at 4-4.
Yeah.
Right, I don't
just
even
like
know what to do anymore. Montreal, I think. I'm so cooked in this
what
league.
are the records?
Well, yeah. Ottawa has at least 1 win somehow.
Ottawa's 1-0.
1-0. Freaking.
What's the SRS?
Negative 8.3 to 2.
Give me the Alouettes. Or wait, are the Alouettes at home?
Did that say Toronto's at 43.8? I know it's only like
yeah.
That's funny.
Alouettes are at home, right?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
flipped it right.
Yeah, give me
so the home
Alouettes
team's on the
then.
bottom.
Oh, good lord! I don't know. Surely
Oh,
Winnipeg
no.
doesn't start
Give me
0-3,
Lions.
Let's
right?
go
Give me
BC,
Lions.
baby.
I'm cooked in this league. I gotta go Winnipeg.
Gotta try to make up the points
Toronto.
somewhere.
Already, yes.
Give me Toronto.
Toronto, based off their SRS. So
Yeah. Let's go
Again?
Saskatchewan. Yeah, but
Give me the Tiger
it
Cats.
is.
I don't think they do it twice.
Wait, Hamilton.
Cal's
I don't think they do it
first,
twice.
so screw it. We ball. I'll go Hamilton.
There you go, Hamilton. Okay. So here's how we did.
I'm so cooked.
Oh my god.
I'm
I
so.
mean, you're only behind 2 games.
Can't
but-
be on top of every league, you know.
Yeah.
There's gotta be a league I gotta
Wait,
be bad
Jackson,
at.
did you really go perfect last week?
No, he went 3-1. Learn how to read.
Yeah, no, cause I went.
Or,
I
like,
went
the
0-4.
previous
I
week.
went 0-4. Yeah, the first week.
Yeah, I went home.
forgot.
Yeah, I went home 4-2 week 1.
Also,
Yeah.
50 Cent is from Queens, New York. So
Why was he in Vancouver?
What? That's crazy.
Okay, here's our leading our statistical leaders. So,
All right.
interesting.
and then if the postseason started today, this is what the postseason would look
Goodness sakes.
Jesus.
like. Yeah. So
This is insane.
This is truly
small sample sizes, you know.
I know, but come on.
All right.
Yeah, that's
Freaking
pretty good.
Saskatchewan is crazy. Okay.
Well, it's such a good, strong name. You know, Saskatchewan is a great name. You know.
Yeah.
all right,
To
all
be fair, my friend is there right now, so he actually stopped by there like 2 weeks ago.
Cool. All right. We can do the
UFL's
UFL.
next.
We got the UFL championship game between the Stallions and.
Oh
the
no! I
Browns.
wonder who's gonna win.
Whatever level you play, you
Yeah.
want to be crowned a champion.
Surely St. Louis made it.
Yeah. Well, it is in St. Louis. So it would be very, and they had the home field advantage, so of course St. Louis is in it. You know.
Look at
I
all those
didn't
St.
even
Louis
see the
fans.
score,
Yeah.
so how bad is
I
it?
actually see a decent amount of blue in the stands. I'm
Yeah,
not
it
gonna
was
lie.
like they attended to like 25,000 or something.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
Touchdown.
That's pretty good considering that's the only thing you'll ever win.
Martinez. One-handed by Thomas. Sneak.
You're just jealous. We can actually.
I'm
fans.
jealous of squad. I have 2 championship appearances in these leagues.
Yeah, look at all the blue.
Yeah.
We're good, Brock.
That is pretty funny.
Skip Holt's used to that.
You know what?
Oh, hey, I found the 25
It
points.
wasn't as bad as I thought.
Doused. Oh,
Yeah. 25 to nothing.
drown in that one.
I thought it was gonna be like 40 to nothing.
Well, I mean, with the shutout.
I know, but you said they fell apart. It made it sound like,
Okay.
Birmingham scored like 5 touchdowns or something crazy.
All right. So.
But yeah, their offense was atrocious the entire game.
Yeah. Either UFL.
You know, if they stopped them from scoring 26 points, they could have won.
Mm.
Yeah. So Garbers, not Garbers. Garbers is your leading receiver passer.
Good lord, are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah.
He
Martinez,
probably had 40 pass attempts, to be fair.
Martinez only had like 98 passing yards, but he also had 2 touchdowns on the ground. So
Yeah.
Ricky Person with your leading rusher with 102, and then Turner
Leading-
had 49 receiving yards. So here's how our brackets finished up. I used the ESPN, well, I guess not the ESPN, but it's like the ESPN tiebreaker, where it's
Oh, algorithm thing.
Yeah, he got it.
yeah, first, so.
So who won the tiebreaker? Was it Nate?
Jackson.
No, I won the
36?
tiebreaker.
Oh, you want the lower number?
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Okay.
it's total point difference between total points scored.
Okay. Yep.
So,
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
And this is how the pick'em finished. There's a couple
Nice,
changes because I turned out I couldn't count when I was counting some of the things. So
I'll take tied for first.
yeah, tied for first.
I'll
And-
take tied for first.
Yep, obviously.
Right, even though I choked it away.
Yeah. All right. So
I
there
mean,
was
to be
a change.
fair,
There was a change in the LFA. I guess me and Nate actually
Oh.
tied.
No. That's okay.
Yeah. So,
Wait, what did I finish with? What did I finish with?
Last.
19 and 17.
Well, yeah, no shit, but okay, just -3. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So, all right. So now we can go on to the ELF.
I'll go first because I haven't presented yet. And some the heck how. I guess they were playing the Mercenaries, but yeah. So imagine dragging these nuts across your chin, defeated the Mercenaries.
You beat a bad team.
Yeah, you know
not
what?
denying it.
I'm not denying it, but if we were a bad team, why are we 2-1? And they're about to be 3-1, I think, because they're playing the Seamen.
Oh yeah, there's a good chance that I was like,
so
what?
there's a good chance they start 3-1 somehow.
And then after that, it's all downhill from there.
True. But hey, I'll take it for now, I guess. So 14-12 is the final. So pretty standard tank bowl behavior out here. The Dragon D's nuts across your chin only scored in the first half. They did have a lot more yards, not quite double, but flirting with it. They did run the ball relatively well. Levi Lewis, again, something with their stats is not adding up there, but you know what? Oh, I'm an idiot. I read that wrong. That makes more sense. Mercenaries had more yards. So I lied. I misspoke, but I had my slide correct for a change.
That's impressive.
But you know what? I don't mean to brag. So, 7 rushes for 1 yard and 1 touchdown, still more than touchdown passes he had. So, star offensive player was Aiken Jr. for the Mercenaries. He mostly because he had 2 rushing touchdowns for 86 yards. And then Dominic Shelton was the defensive player of the game, 8 tackles and a sack. So,
124 to 181 and
dude,
still lost.
The Dragons are so bad. Both teams had a turnover.
Both teams are bad.
The key differentiator was absolutely nothing. These teams are just that bad that there's just no differentiator here. The key comment was get Pascal out of here, a corner for the Dragons who kept getting burnt. The Mercenaries had no comments, so I had to go to the Dragons instead. And we were dogging on my boy Pascal out here. So shout out to that guy. And so, like I said, we got ourselves a tank bowl.
Tank bowl hit 2-1.
Yeah, considering who they played, makes sense.
Hey, both teams are going in on a 1-game win streak. You know, somebody's getting a win streak out of it.
Wait, the Seamen won?
Or
no, Seamen lost. They
won the week before, right? They have 1 win now, don't they?
Yeah, I think they beat the Mercenaries too.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, so
scared me. I was like, did I miss a slide?
I just have to ask who's in Paris?
Because fire in Paris.
Musketeers. Yeah, there's a fire in Paris.
I'll give it to you.
Just like the 1940, though, right?
Yeah. I just like to point out, you should have murdered us.
Yeah, we probably should have.
I feel really good about Paris this year.
Yeah. I think
be a very strong team.
They do seem to have improved. So
Paris started off strong, was up 14-9 at the half, and then said, "Yeah, we're not going to play.
We're not in Paris."
Yeah, we're just gonna take a break, have a baguette.
First half bets.
Kyle, I'm gonna let you finish, but the Rain Fire had the best second half of all time.
10 whole points.
Yep. Hey, you only need to score as much as you need to, you know.
Trust me, I know.
Well, did John Madden come back to life and take over Kyle's spot right there?
I don't know if any of my teams this week, by the way, scored in the second half. Now thinking about it, because the Dragons didn't, and I don't think the Seamen did either.
There's a very good chance.
You know who could have used a little bit more scoring in the second half?
Did they? No, they did not.
The Ruse.
Yeah, the Ruse.
Spoilers.
So this game was pretty balanced. It was a good game. Probably comes down to that extra interception by Paris, but other than that, it was a pretty good game.
Nice.
Moving on, we go to Stuttgart against the Seamen.
Oh my! Let's go! 0 points in the second half between 3 teams.
That Stuttgart passing stat line is like the biggest flex I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
She's gonna throw in her backup who's also going to kill you.
You know?
Yeah, it's giving off 09 Patriots Titan vibes for sure.
Yeah, just absolutely cooking them on the passing game.
Hey, we got 9.
So it looks like the Seamen have no pass defense. They definitely have no
They
run
don't,
defense.
It's not that.
They
They
have no
just don't
J
have a
defense.
team.
Yeah.
They don't have a team.
They need to go back home. Go back to the
we had
IFL.
more. We had a better
maybe
time.
if they played this game in the water, it would help the Seamen.
Yeah, maybe.
But then, yeah, hell, Mercenaries took an L. But yeah, this game is just something else.
0 points in the second half in Europe in a week. I'm gonna start flexing that.
They
That
thought-
is impressive.
They forgot they were playing football and thought they were playing football.
That's crazy.
All right. I have my games. I had
Actually, I had 4 teams this last week shut out in the second half. My gosh, what's going on? Okay,
You're
sorry.
too busy winning championships in other leagues, you know?
Or losing them.
Yeah,
but
or
yeah.
losing them.
Oh, does he score here? Oh, yeah, he does.
No.
Receiver open in the end zone, guy, and this is
Wait, where's
another trick.
No
play.
way.
No way, this is a touchdown.
you know what? They were in the red zone. I lied. That's fine.
Yeah, no, that one was. I'm just being an ass.
The kick is good. Puts his body on the line. 3rd down. Zaratka tries the big play. It's Castle. He got it.
Got
Touchdown,
Moss.
Frankfurt.
got
3rd
mossed.
and goal.
Yep.
That's
Zaratka
tough.
rolling right. Pressure. Throws. It is complete. Kaya got it.
The 4th?
Gonna end on this and still can't.
Yeah, it was not a very high scoring game.
Whole sense and purpose of this last drive was.
It says the Panthers are all right.
A little tight formation there for the offense for the Berlin Thunder. They might get a yard. And he might be into the end zone for the score. There's a great overhead look. The kick is up. And it's going to be
Believe it or not, that was good. It was good.
That was?
Yeah. Well, they gave it to
Yeah,
him.
just
at least.
weird camera angle
Yeah.
with the flare.
I'm convinced that's a Justin Tucker kick on Sunday Night Football. I'm just saying.
Play fake. Over the middle it goes. Complete to Reese Horn for the touchdown. Sullivan. Shotgun snap. Looks downfield. Goes downfield.
Vienna lost this game, right? Yeah. No?
Vienna won because they got the Fundy's QB.
Yeah.
Oh, that was a good first down line.
Yeah, it was really.
To Xavier Edwards, he gets outside the defense and in there for the 2-point conversion for Epler. Penalty flags fly. Free play for the Vikings. They go up.
Cooked. He got cooked.
He'll move one in
Good
motion.
dive.
He'll clap the hands. Xavier Edwards will do it himself.
A decent amount of people there.
there.
Like I
What's
said,
with
that last
using
one.
that camera angle when they're at like the goal line?
That was the 2-point conversion, the PAT camera.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense then.
Goodness sakes, your team's cooked in this league this week.
Dude, if you say that, it's Prague is coming on.
Oh, I'm sorry. Never mind. I got you at Prague.
And this time Smith looks to
You
take
didn't have a
it
choice.
and he looks like he's got the ankle. Love to get another instance.
I mean, they were up
Hey,
10
they
up
at least
there.
started 10-0.
There's
Yeah.
a man wide open.
Hamburg felt bad.
Gosh, I can't wait. They need.
No.
So Prague
No.
I'd like to point out they need the first ever. They need to have a 4 teams play at the same time between the Seamen, the Dragons, the Mercenaries, and Prague.
Well, didn't
four-way
baseball
thing.
do a 3-team game one time with like an exhibition
did.
thing? Yeah, so we could figure that out for football.
To be fair, baseball's probably the only one you can
Theoretically do it,
pull
yeah,
that off.
because of offense, defense, passing, or pitching passing.
Yeah, that's. it'd be a
No,
little bit more-
soccer it could work. You just bully one team.
Yeah, you play in a triangle pitch.
Yeah. You just say,
Well, you said sports. I meant, sports Americans watch. So.
Oh yeah, fair. Hey, Americans might watch it then.
3 teams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I really?
To be
Yeah.
fair, Jackson and I cooked this week.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
were cooking, dude. I don't.
So here.
I mean, to be fair, a lot of them were kind of like, yeah, these are probably going to be the winners.
This league is definitely going to have the biggest disparity between the top and the bottom of the league out of any of the leagues.
Yeah.
By far.
Nate, you took Paris, right?
Far.
Yeah, you did. You took Paris. I remember that. So me and
For
Nate were
what?
even on the week. Oh, he didn't?
No,
I
everybody.
thought he did. Fuck.
Well, I went against it.
Yeah, everybody.
I wanted to, but I went against it.
Ah, damn.
Yeah. So yep. Go ahead. All right. In my games, the Rodka with your leading passer, Brozowski. Man, some of these names and some of these European names they're gonna give me. With your leading rusher and Castle with your leading receiver. My boy Sheldon Epler with the leading passer in Vienna, showing up less than a week ago, casually throwing 300 yards.
300 yards, barely knowing the playbook and flying overseas. That's so
halfway
based.
Across the world.
That's so based.
Yep. Pajirian with your leading rusher and Jackson with your leading receiver.
Hey, you're the leading receiver. Nice.
Yep. Good for me. Yep, and then I came back. And then in the last game, Smith, your leading receiver, Jonathan Fisher, your leading rusher, and Nugabar with your leading receiver. 200 receiving yards is black. But
that is really
Prague is not good, so. Yeah, but two third. Yeah, and then and from games around the league that none of us had, Madrid beat Cologne, and the Raiders beat the Ravens.
Gosh, Kyle had a good week. And still, that stinks.
Yeah.
6-2 and still losing 2. It's kind of crazy.
Yeah, it's whack.
Oh my gosh! Now it's...
I'm going. Barcelona.
Give me Dragons.
I think Barcelona is beating the bad teams barely, but they're beating them. So I think.
What is the Raiders' record?
Raiders.
They're
The Raiders just beat the Ravens, and the Mercenaries are really bad.
Oh yeah, give me Raiders.
3-1.
Raiders will win.
Yeah.
I'm going to this
Stuttgart.
Yeah,
give me Stuttgart.
Vikings.
Vienna.
Are we going 8-0 again?
Yeah, Vienna.
All right, maybe not. This one.
Give me Panthers this time again.
I think it's
I feel confident in the Panthers.
Yeah, they're not. Well, it's not great, but that is a big difference.
I'll go with the Panthers. Yeah, I'll go Panthers.
You said Panthers.
Ooh,
yeah.
That one's kind of spicy too.
This could be a good. This should be a good game, but I think Ryan probably.
Are we all just going the same?
Yeah. I'll go Fire.
Okay, yeah, we're all going the same.
Are you going?
I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, I'm taking my team.
Besides, I'm trying to, I gotta keep my spot on the throne.
Yep. So there's the standings right now.
27-3 is crazy. That's insane.
I mean,
why am I so good at picking European crap, but Canadians? Oh no. That's funny.
There's just enough distance.
I guess there's a significantly larger talent disparity for sure.
Yeah, so much like the BFL, the parity league, and the
70%
ELF is definitely the haves and the have-nots.
Yeah, 70% correct, and you're down 8 games.
Yeah.
Or sorry, 6 games. Sorry.
6 games, but he's down. Yeah, he's down 3 from second place and down 6 from first.
Yeah, that's
it's wild.
And I'm not going up this week because I didn't even try to like.
Yeah, we're all the same.
Epler's gonna get up there real quick.
Yeah, well, he starts with a 2-game back. Kind of hurts, but
he's gonna get there.
Yeah,
he's gonna
so
cook.
Sullivan is your leading passer, Tunga, and Jackson. And if the postseason started today, this is what it looks like.
All right, Paris are cooking
sense.
to the finals.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, those all look fair.
Yeah. All right, to the IFL.
Okay.
I believe
I had all
2
3.
teams.
You go.
All right. So first up, I had the Vegas Knights taking on the Duke City Gladiators. Vegas Nighthawks won. Shocker. This game was not really close at all. Just giving a quick. Yep, looks good. So Duke City had an awful passing game, 7 for 16 for 80 yards between both of their quarterbacks. 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Long of 45, though, which is pretty good. But 3 sacks is also not that great compared to...
Yeah, but we have 151 rushing yards. I don't care if he gets that
Yeah.
3 times.
Yeah.
True.
Nighthawks are usually a very good rushing team, so I'm surprised they didn't really play as well, especially compared to Duke in this game. But 6 rushing touchdowns is still pretty good. Long of 11 versus a long of 37. So it looks like when Duke City actually did something, they cooked and like had breakaways, but other than that, they just didn't really.
I think he just probably had better field position too. That could have been part of it.
Better field positions. That's what it looks
Probably
like
got
based
better
on the
returns.
yardage as well. Yeah,
almost like Duke
only
City's not good or something.
187
I don't know. I
total yards of
I think
offense.
they're an incoming dynasty.
The only thing they're good at is embezzling money to buy a new field.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, 187 yards of total offense is quite surprising for 53 points. So yeah, I mean, good game on Nighthawks' part. They took advantage of good field position, so really
It's
can't
better
complain.
than how San Antonio played them, that's for sure.
Yeah. Next up, we have the Wranglers taking on the Rattlers. This one, the Rattlers won 56-49, so close game.
Oh, Jesus
Only
Christ,
a 7-point spread.
He's so good.
Uh,
This team
Yeah,
is so
they're-
bad
yes.
without him.
They're so
Touchdown.
back. Arizona's
They're
back.
so bad without
they're
him.
back.
but
So back.
They're
7
so good
touchdowns
with
is
them.
kind of insane. 8 total between him and then their one running back apparently. Compared to just 7 touchdowns from the Wranglers. 4 in the air, 3 on the ground. 5 total by the quarterback. Both teams played really well. Not really much defense, it seems, based on the yardage and the average yards per play and whatnot. So it really came down to what looks like a turnover by Joshua Jones. And yeah, good.
Turns
good
out the
game
whole
all
state of
around.
Arizona is better than just the top half of the state of
Yeah,
Arizona.
I mean, 7-4 and 8-4 is you really can't complain even with the loss there. Both teams are good and could make the playoffs for sure. And then we'll learn about that one in a second.
1 second. Here we go. So San Antonio, we back. We balling. Went
Back to
into
winning
Massachusetts.
1-point game.
And what can I say? Luka showed up in this game, unlike Kyrie. Luka put up 52 points, and Jason Tatum only scored 51. So and now Mass lost this game in Mass fashion, which is take an early lead and then blow it in the fourth.
Yep.
With
Even
a
at
being
home
outscored by
this time,
yeah,
yeah.
and at home this time no less. By the way, they're usually goated here, but not against San Antonio. So, or against my teams in general, I guess. San Antonio had more first downs, more penalties. San Antonio had more total yards, especially on the run game with 6. Sam
San Antonio
Castanova
passed that line. 6 rushing yards.
6 rushing yards, average San Antonio moment. But when you have this guy, I mean, you don't need to run. Sam Castanova cooked again. Star offensive player, Sam Castanova cooked again. The defensive player of the game is Fagan. 3 tackles, half TFL, and a forced fumble.
No,
San
probably
Antonio-
actually pronounced Fagan would be my guess.
Yeah, you know what? You're probably right.
I think Nate's right. What did you say it was, Nate?
Fagan.
I think it's Fagan. Yeah.
Fagan, whatever. 2 turnovers for San Antonio. The key differentiator was Mass in the 4th. And then the key play of the game was Naquan Murray's 17-yard touchdown pass with 15 seconds left in the game. So Mass had scored just before, and on the first play of the drive for San Antonio, they got a great return and then cooked. So the best comment was the way this team melts down in the fourth needs to be studied on 30 for 30 for real by Bullman 33. So
is it bad if my mind starting reading that comment with the way this team meltdown is like steel beams is how it finished in my mind?
that's probably pretty bad.
I mean, it's also accurate. It's also accurate.
I'm just putting what they wrote. So
that's how my mind finished it,
yeah.
you know.
Got a pretty good game next week as San Antonio will take on Northern Arizona, so that's going to be a tough one to pick. Sioux Falls lost, had us in the first half. They really debated us with that win last week against Vegas, only to lose to Tulsa. So thanks for debating us, Sioux Falls. They did have start off with an early lead, but fell apart. But they did score in the second half, unlike half my teams this week. So did have more first downs, color me shocked, more penalties, did have more yards, but just didn't throw as much ultimately. I guess they were equally efficient, so that doesn't really matter as much. I'm guessing it was not even turnovers. But Brown was 20 for 31, had a touchdown pass, also had a few rushing yards. The star offensive player, though, was the quarterback for Tulsa. He threw 7 touchdown passes, so he dotted Sioux Falls up. Roland Weber had a pretty good game defensively for Sioux Falls, several tackles, a TFL, an interception, and a pass deflection as well. The key play of the game came down to Tulsa stopping Sioux Falls on Tulsa's 3 in the third. So that killed Sioux Falls' momentum. So, and a key differentiator really ultimately was the fourth down efficiency. Sioux Falls was over 3. They got aggressive and failed on every time. So best comment from Sioux Falls was, well, that's embarrassing. That's all they had. So, but I thought it was pretty funny. This one's going to be easier to pick as Sioux Falls beats Frisco.
Yeah. Should be noted that game, though, too. The Tulsa one, that it had like an attendance of like 11,000, which is really good for indoor football. So,
I did fail to consider that. Thank you for mentioning that. So that probably also played a factor as well.
I think they've had like 10,000 people at least.
They've usually had
really good attendance.
Good attendance. I forgot.
What else was there to do in Tulsa?
Maybe the UFL should move there.
Chase tornadoes. I don't know.
They do have an FBS stadium because the University or Tulsa.
Yeah, that's true.
An FBS school.
That's true. But Frisco then traveled to play Tucson, and not honestly that great of a game. Only scored 35, but Tucson sucks, so they only scored 18. Frisco did hold them to 9 first downs. Color me shocked. My team had more well, you know what? Same amount of penalties, but more penalty yards, so game was clearly rigged. Frisco obviously dominating the run per usual. TJ did not have his best day through the air. 11 for 21. Did have a couple touchdowns. He did throw an interception. And even rushing wise, that's pretty good, but he's had better. So he was ultimately the star offensive player, though. There was really nobody else that stood out. So, and then Royce CD's nuts had 6 tackles, a couple TFLs, and a sack and 2 breakups. So he was kind of all over the place in this game. So good for him. Tucson had 2 turnovers. The Frisco's 1. And then the key differentiator was TJ, my Pookie Bear, getting the job done when it mattered most. So a key comment of the game was, I guess y'all should have paid your players. I didn't even know what that meant per se, but I'm guessing there's something with Tucson. So I thought that was pretty funny regardless. So, and then, like I said, Frisco plays Sioux Falls. So easy loss for Frisco, even though I'm going to take Frisco because I'm delusional. Frisco should win by 50, but we all know that won't happen. So,
all right, and I have my games. So, let's go.
Tonight at Wells Fargo Arena, a very significant game for both teams as the Quad City Steamrollers and the Iowa Barnstormers square off.
I don't either.
I
don't understand these teams.
To be fair, this is a rivalry game.
This is
yeah. I understand that part. I just don't understand them.
Number 1. Daniel Smith.
These two teams I just can't pick.
Wide receiver wide open.
The Quad City's been flopping back and forth between quarterbacks too is kind of the problem.
by
Yeah,
Canada.
that's true.
15 of 23.
I think it's Iowa has to be fair.
22-yarder as well as Holder.
There better be a kickoff return or Rouge in
Kick
this
is
game.
on the way. It's got plenty of height, plenty of distance, and it's good.
It's a good point. We haven't had a kick
Erickson
return
is
yet
the
from
holder.
Jackson's games.
And again, he's
I
excellent.
think they're usually
One of
for
the best
indoor,
kickers in the
so-
league, and he threads the uprights. Tay up over the ball at center. Handoff fake to Washington. Throw to a wide open
Great
Keyshawn
defense.
Taylor for a touchdown for the Barnstormers. Lead of the night at 17 to 13.
sorry,
Yep,
Deuce,
there it
no,
is.
No, it's a
Oh,
deuce.
there it is.
Oh.
There's the deuce.
Well, at least there's a
Vander
deuce.
sometimes will come in motion, and this time they faked the Vander and walking. You
They
know,
didn't even
going
see him.
forward,
They
they
Peyton
want for the
Manninged it.
touchdown.
Yeah, I was about to say they
Washington
Peyton
alive
Manninged
in this quarter, and this time they want to throw. Once again, Smith forced out of the
The other
pocket,
problem
but has
for Iowa
a
is they're
wide
running
open
with the
receiver in
lefty.
the end
We all know
zone.
the bombs at quarterback.
Erickson
Coming
fakes
from
the
me,
pitch.
a
Back to
certified
throw the
bomb.
end zone. And
Lefty.
the pass
Yeah.
is caught for a touchdown. 3-yard field goal. The 23-yard field goal
Unbelievable.
to give the Barnstormers the lead, and it's good. Daniel
Both ways.
Smith takes a knee.
It happened.
And that
Jackson
is
had a
it.
game
The
without a kick return.
Barnstormers
Yeah, I know.
have won back-to-back games for the second time
How
this
can you go 2
season.
in a row?
Nope.
Yeah, you're probably
We
right.
welcome you into our broadcast here from the Resch Center, kicking off Week 14 action here in the IFL.
I
It's
wonder
the
if Green
Jacksonville
Bay's going to win
Sharks
this one.
and the Green Bay Blizzard.
They'll win by scoring more
Snap to
points.
Yeah, Green Bay, one
Deep
of the
shot
best
going
teams in
for
the league
Stubbs.
versus Jacksonville, one of the
Caught.
worst
No,
teams in
in
the
the-
league. I wonder who wins.
Yes, he does
Yeah,
have it.
Frisco
Touchdown.
lost to worse.
Snap, Myler, fake pitch out, look over the middle, pass caught, Ballard, touchdown. Handoff Burgess, and he's got space. He's going to lower his shoulder. Is he in?
It's okay. We all know Green Bay's
Yes,
cooking. the
touchdown,
playoffs.
Green Bay Blizzard. Forward motion.
I wouldn't be mad
They'll
if
figure
Green
it
Bay
out.
won the
Myler fakes
championship.
out
though.
everyone
They're a
again.
team
He's
that I
got
could-
blockers. Is he
Oh,
in
no, I
the
wouldn't
end
be mad
zone?
either. But we all know
Touchdown.
they cooked.
Peyton gets
Unless
the
if it's
push.
Green Bay at Frisco.
Is he in? He is.
for the
Touchdown,
spot in the
Jacksonville
championship, then
Sharks.
Frisco's 100% cooked.
Myler to the end zone. Caught. Patron. Touchdown, Green Bay. For the third time today, fake handoff.
Their jerseys
Myler
are so
cuts back,
nice.
looking for the end zone. He is in.
Which one?
Touchdown.
They're both good
Receivers in forward
uniforms. to be
motion.
fair.
Pitch out.
They're both good. I was
End
more going towards the Green Bay.
Yeah, well,
But Jacksonville's got some pretty
Caught.
nice ones.
More.
who
Touchdown.
did got the
Fake handoff to
I don't know
King.
what-
Myler
what
into the end zone. Caught.
military
More.
appreciation they're
Touchdown.
wearing them for, but
And a botch
Land.
snap. Loose. Picked
Oof.
up by Mustin. Is he in?
Oof.
Yes.
Yeah,
Touchdown. Green
Pretty
Bay.
bad.
Takes a snap. And fakes
Skee
it.
ball
Oh,
winner.
skee ball winner.
By Stubbs. He holds on. He was in forward motion.
I had to keep that in there
Angle.
because they started the
Plows
play
his
before,
way in.
so the announcers were talking the play through. Well, that was
And Kyle and I both instantly
Rolls out.
ran
Pressure's on. Rolls out again.
Skee ball winner,
Yo,
baby.
who won the
Still
skee
on
ball?
his feet,
I don't
throws
know.
the end zone.
They're
Broken
the-
up. Caught.
Speaking
And
of
the
commercials,
Green Bay
there's a
Blizzard
commercial
are
for like
heading
a
to the
VR place in
postseason.
Green Bay that comes on all the time that I really want to go to.
Dude, it
Final
sounds sick.
score: Green Bay 63,
Too bad it's in
Jacksonville
Green Bay.
35.
Yeah, I don't want to go
Yeah.
to Green Bay.
I would never go there. It's
I'd
too
rather
far
go to
north.
Green Bay than Milwaukee, to be fair.
Fair. Oh, okay. Yeah, we all
Yeah.
took.
So here is our IFL.
Well, that's just us being 1-1 right now, Kyle.
Yeah,
fine.
and then I went 1-1 on the next series too.
Yeah.
Oh, I did awful this week. Oh, that hurts.
Much worse. You
Yeah.
did about 500.
Yeah, so my game, Erickson with your leading rusher
Oh,
and passer,
they
and Wilson with
really
leading
lost.
receiver. And then Mailer with your leading passer, Burgess with your leading rusher, and Stubbs with your leading receiver in that. And then
I
Oh,
went
we
over
all went
500.
Bay Area. I thought Jackson was
Yeah.
San Diego.
No, we all went.
I'll take it.
I debated it, but I decided.
5-3. I'm
to be
chilling.
fair, I think we concluded that San Diego was going to lose by 1, but instead they won by 1.
They won by
Yeah.
1. You're right. Good for you, San Diego.
So yeah, Nate Davis with your leading passer, Daquan Neal with your leading rusher, and Jackson the third with your leading receiver.
Wait, is there a second?
We did have a Jackson the first in the other one league, so we need to find.
Oh,
Jackson.
so you're the second. Got it.
Yeah, maybe I'm Jackson Jr. So we have the pick'em for this week: Massachusetts
Oh.
versus.
Give me the Pirates. There's no way.
But it's in Jacksonville.
Ah, shit.
It's a bad. Massachusetts had a bad team.
Why
So
does
that
this
means Jacksonville's winning.
Give me Massachusetts.
I hate you guys.
I'm not making it easy for you.
Can I see the Can I see the standings for our pick'em
Oh, for the
between us three?
There you go.
I'm still somehow on top. That is not good.
55, 54, 53.
I choked so hard this week.
I'm fine with losing a game on Kyle. I want to. So I'll go Jacksonville. Screw it, we ball. Oh, come on!
This is another card one.
What's the SRS for this one?
-6.8 versus -5.7.
Oh my gosh!
I'm going Iowa because I was on
Yeah,
a
give
hot
me
streak.
Iowa. Give me Iowa.
I'll go Iowa.
All right, Bay Area.
Bay Area, thank
Yeah,
goodness.
Bay Area.
Until they lose.
Frisco.
If
Well,
Frisco
Bay Area
loses-
just lost, so
To be fair, San Diego's good.
yeah.
Here, what you call it? San Diego had the third highest SRS, despite the fact they're 7-5 in fifth
It's
place.
Yep.
ridiculous.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
be
said-
smart.
you said-
Frisco.
Give me Frisco.
And Frisco, Nate.
Yeah.
All right. Green
Green
Bay.
Bay.
Yeah,
Green Bay.
Green Bay.
Give me
I'm going
Give me
Arizona.
them
I'll
Nighthawks.
go Arizona. I'm going Arizona.
San Diego.
San Diego.
San Diego.
And I want San Antonio.
Give me the Wranglers.
Hang
Wranglers.
on.
I put San
Who the
Diego.
San Diego Gunslingers? The disrespect! How dare you compare us to the left-wing commie propaganda in San Diego?
Yeah, but maybe if you're the San
We
Diego
got our big
Gunslingers,
old
you'd have
women out
defense.
here.
Maybe you would have had defense then.
Maybe, but we also
Yeah,
have the big
yeah,
old
maybe
women.
if they recruited women.
We have the big old San Antonio women.
Yeah.
How could you forget that?
Yeah.
I'm going San Antonio. though.
Give me Wranglers.
It's a fair pick.
Yeah.
Yeah, this one's more of a. This is a good
that one I'm
toss-up
just
game.
repping my
It's
team.
not a mid to bad toss-up game. It's like an actual good toss-up.
Yeah. A non-tankable top.
I'm just repping my boys.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a chance I can fall to last place this week.
Yeah, if you miss the splits.
That's why I played it the way I did.
Castronova stat line so
so
good.
good. If he
So
does
good.
not win, if he does not win MVP, I am going to steadfastly refuse.
Yeah, but did he lead
covering
his
a
team to
NFL game ever
championships?
again. It doesn't matter. He's 59 touchdowns and
It's
3
not his
interceptions.
fault the
It's
defense
crazy.
sucks.
It is not his fault. It's clearly not his fault. He is having the.
I don't know.
year of his
I
life.
think Joshua Jones is better.
But-
Joshua, he's a Nazi. Come on.
TJ Edwards out here with missing like 3 games and still leading the league in rushing touchdowns is wild as well.
That's insane. He's such a ball hog.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And here's what the postseason would look like if the postseason started today.
Pretty
Frisco
fair.
and Mass. That's a good game.
Yeah, a few good games there. First one's pretty mid, but after that, it's all pretty decent. Frisco would win. Yeah, sorry.
I
Bottom
don't
2
know.
are good. Bottom 2 are good.
Mass could win.
Mass would be
You
a
have to
win.
remember, it's in Massachusetts in the playoffs. They did just win the NBA Finals no later 3 days ago. We know Texas football teams minus the Renegades somehow that one year.
Yeah, but we're
And
talking
San
the Pirates.
Antonio.
Pirates away.
Oh, I misread that. I lied. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, Frisco can blow it in the second round against either Green Bay or Quad City.
I wouldn't say it's blowing it if Green Bay is
Oh yeah, to be fair, yeah, Green Bay
the
would
favorite.
be the favorite. Or they could just blow it against Quad City.
Yeah, the other games are more or less
owned by
toss-ups.
Quad City.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I want Green Bay to win.
Yeah.
All right.
I want Green Bay, Arizona as a championship, honestly, out of these teams.
That'd be fun.
I think that's fair. I'm fine
I
with
want
almost all
Quad
these
City
teams.
in Northern Arizona.
I just want to say,
No,
all
I
three of
don't
my
want
teams
that
are
again.
projected
We
for the
lost it
playoffs.
last time it happened.
I just want to say all 3 of my teams are projected for the playoffs, so all of them are going to lose by the second round.
Respect. No, you're not. Oh yeah, I guess if you have 3, you have to have. No, you don't. You could
No,
lose
I'm just
all
saying that's
the-
very me. Is to
Yeah.
have them all lose.
Lose in the first round.
It's
yeah.
gonna be AI. It's gonna be Green Bay or Bay Area or Arizona who's going to win because of course.
Oh.
I'm gonna feel so bad for you if all 3 of them lose first round.
All right.
Afterward, they're nice. That makes it.
Okay. Now you have the NAL, but now the championship game, so I have it. So let's pull up the highlight video so Nate can relive this in agony. But then
Like I said, truly the worst undefeated team I've ever rooted for. It's the worst repeat undefeated champion I've ever seen.
If Carolina was competent, they would have won it.
They could have won it. I don't think they would have.
Yeah, I mean, they would have still had to beat one last week. If they could have actually done something last week, it would have been theirs.
I still disagree with the statement on the fact that this is a rivalry game and Sioux City has played Omaha really well in all 3 of the games. Carolina played Omaha well at Carolina, but got smoked in Omaha.
Yeah. I mean, these teams have played each other like 100 times all time.
Yes,
you know.
I do. Even though it's the worst undefeated team I've ever seen, I do understand that there's a big rivalry implication here as to why this game is so close.
I don't know. Have you ever seen 2015 Iowa?
No, I heard they're pretty good though. They might be one of the best 12-0 teams I've ever seen.
One of the worst.
I think their conference championship game loss was a fluke.
They were ranked number 5 going into that game for a reason.
Oh, was that the year they were number 1 at one point?
No, they never got close to number 1 because they played nobody.
I thought Iowa was number 1 at one point one year.
No, they weren't. Sadly, it would have been funny.
This could have been Falcons gonna be Falcon, to be honest, too. To be fair, if you had lost it.
There were a lot of good
Oh,
games.
no way I would have covered it for this week, though. I would have needed time to recover.
It would have been next week.
No, it would have been longer than that. Probably a couple months. Actually, probably not. It probably would have been the following week. Because again, you know, I literally won this either way.
Yeah.
Here we go. Refs cheating for the other team per usual.
Yeah.
Against Carolina.
Garbage. The refs were breaking the game for and against me, which is they're still cheating against me.
Wide open.
Gosh. There we go. So they could. They went for 2. Oh.
Why did?
I did not see that.
Why did they go for 2?
Because
This is why they went for 2.
To be fair, the kickers were really bad.
They don't have a kicker.
And yet, Omaha went for it. And got it. Truly blessed. The Beef are definitely losing before the Cardinals, though.
Oh, 100%.
100%.
I don't know.
Especially with Epler leaving the fundies now.
To be fair, he could come back, you know.
That's true.
I have one team for AFL. Oh wait, do we have to we have to go over something for this first? Sorry, my bad.
Well, you can go over your game and then we can mourn.
Well, don't we have to go through the closing up of the NAL?
Well,
yeah, that's my bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. I jumped the gun.
So, Verlin Reed was your leading passer because Tommy Armstrong doesn't pass, but he was your leading rusher. And Shepard was your leading receiver. Here is how we finish in the in the playoff pick'em. And this is how
Jackson wins it by tiebreaker.
Yes.
20-5, baby. Love to see it.
Yeah, 800 was really 80% is really good. He did really good in this league. I believed in Idaho too much.
I think half of my losses were me believing in Idaho too.
Yeah.
Half of my losses were me believing in my teams, even though they were trash.
I mean, half of half of my wins were because I believed in Omaha.
Yep. I don't think anybody picked against
Fair.
Omaha, to be fair. Guy Meyer got screwed.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I think it's completely fair. He had 7 interceptions, bomb washed.
I'm not talking about MVP. I'm okay with giving Tommy Armstrong MVP. I'm talking about Offensive Player of the Year.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that is kind of crazy.
Actually screwed
Who
up.
got it again?
Whitaker.
With 13 more interceptions, only 10 more touchdowns for 13 interceptions.
10 more touchdowns is crazy for less.
Yeah,
attempts,
but that's also not
but
considering
he did
rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, he did 18 rushing touchdowns.
I was about to say he didn't have that many more passing yards. All due.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And all that, and
Impressive,
somehow
man.
the Idaho receiver ended up being the leading receiver in the league.
That's probably one of the funniest stat leaders we've seen, minus Luis Perez at 3-7.
The man who had like 6 different quarterbacks during the year because Idaho had a different starter every road
He's
game.
getting a call up, baby.
I miss the OG announcers.
Where's the beef?
It's Colorado.
Oh, I'm sorry.
He's talking about the pro Carolina Idaho announcer.
I forgot about that.
All right.
Where's the beef, though?
We have the AFL.
Kissing our rings, baby.
All right, so first up, I had Southwest Kansas City Storm take on the West Texas Desert Hawks. This was a surprisingly high-scoring game and close game. The Desert Hawks won 65-61 over the Kansas City Storm. Really, no stats for this game, so it was a close game. Both of my teams almost won. Well, one did. My other team almost won.
But who really won?
Probably not the Desert Hawks, given news.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. And then Nashville Cats are on a bye.
All that drama to temporarily make it out just to fold.
Yep.
The speculation that I saw on Arena Fan is that their last 2 games were road games, so they just cashed out because they played all their home games and they didn't want to pay travel costs.
That's base.
I can believe it.
Okay, first game I had Selena at Wichita at the time.
I don't have your thing up yet.
Oh.
Okay, we're good now.
There we go. And endless loop. Now we're good. But at the time I checked, and granted, next week I'll have to use the link you sent, but I did not see stats for this game. So, but Selena won this game pretty handily, 37-12. The best offensive player of the game was I don't know, and the best defensive player I don't know. Best comment, sadly, no social media presence really for either team this week. And then, this game comment, I was on top of it. So 70% chance of West Texas versus Liberty and 30% the league folds. So I guess not completely on top of it.
Yeah, because you got the 1% West Texas folds.
Yeah, so love to see it. So, and then the other game was Billings and Washington. Billings won 58-18, so they won this game.
Oh shit! Is that a Danny Southwick sighting?
Yes, it is.
Remember when he saw him throwing the ball into the ground and not to Terrell Owens in the fan-controlled football league? That
was pretty funny. But shout out to Washington's outrageously insane 0 rushing yards. So kudos to them. Absolutely insane. And we kind of did something similar to what the Stuttgart did, whereas bringing our backup, and even he was able to put together a nice drive.
6 of 9
base. Touchdown. Yep, base and nice. The star offensive player was obviously Isaac, being 11 for 14 with 5 touchdown passes. So almost 50%, actually, pretty much 50% of his passes were touchdowns. So that's kind of based. Star defensive player was Washington's run game. But they had 3 rushing touchdowns. So they had more rushing touchdowns than yards, which I thought was really funny. So that's why I not really defensive player. I just thought that was really funny. They did have 4 turnovers, so that also didn't help them. And then the key differentiator, like I said, they're elite 0 rushing yards to 3 touchdown rushing touchdown ratio. It's pretty fire. So Billings, in theory, has Albany next week. I imagine that game plays, but knowing this league, like I said, I don't know.
2 stable teams, theoretically.
But they're pretty stable, so it should happen.
It's Washington and Wichita that I'm worried about in the future. I'm honestly surprised West Texas went, but, they had to pay out the NAL and everything, so,
They remain undefeated at 7-0. And tonight,
all right, now if we don't get
the Orlando Predators, and I'm trying to see the other number. Here's
surely you get for Albany.
On 3rd down, he's got it pass complete, and it's a touchdown.
I also forgot who won this game. So
back to receive. The kick is through for a deuce. They scored a touchdown. CJ Williams
getting lots of deuces.
touchdown.
There's like
a
billion deuces in this game.
For a touchdown.
Gonna get my hopes up then for no reason.
And that one is through as well. The Jake Medlock, who's the quarterback, snap, throws it into the
Albany
end zone,
cooked?
and it's caught. Tack some points on here.
Perhaps.
We'll see. Off to the right, and
no
let's
way.
see now if they can get out of the end zone.
Okay.
He's going to be tackled in the end zone.
I was like, no way.
It says 3rd and goal. Here's Powell, drops back, has time, throws. He's got a man. It's caught.
To do is get in anything other than points.
Barnes's kick is through again. Touchdowns. Here's Medlock, 2nd and short. Pass to the end zone. It's caught.
Can you catch that?
Or they can throw it to Prince for the touchdown.
Barely.
For the Duke.
Decent amount of people there.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the good crowd.
And he's got it. Prince is the man in motion.
Yeah, I'm just not going to get my
He's going to let it go for Prince. And
he got cooked
for the touchdown. All the way down to the Albany 17. Flag flies. Pass goes into the end zone. Another flag flies, and it's caught. Here's Medlock. Pass. Caught. Spinning into the end zone. Touchdown.
Oh.
Williams is
that's
in
not
motion.
Backup kicker.
Powell. Pass
I'm a little
into the
surprised.
end zone, and it's caught for the touchdown.
I love that Sully.
Murray was trying to pull Zach Brown along the ground. They're going to look into the end zone, and it is caught for the touchdown. Final lead change in this game. Medlock thought about it. Now he throws it to Townsend. Took a behind the play.
Back and forth.
Townsend all the way.
That was great
for
defense.
the touchdown.
Great defender at the end, stopping him just over the line.
Oof.
Going to score the touchdown with 6 seconds left. On any time he touches the football.
Does Orlando sell?
No. Wow. And it's through for the deuce. Season.
And Albany
Medlock.
is.
He's looking deep. And he is going to be taken down and sacked. And that is going to be the ball game.
Good game.
Yeah. It could have been Falcons and a Falcon if Orlando didn't come back and win that, because they blew a big lead in that game too.
A lot of choking this week.
Yeah. All right. The Arena Football League. See, I went in and added little cross marks through all the teams that have folded. All right.
Oh my God.
07 Desert Hawks. 07 Desert Hawks.
Yeah, 07.
Minus 62 legacy team.
The only difference between them and everybody else that's folded is they're the only one that had a positive SRS.
Yeah, but that's not impressive. Try get to minus 62, then talk to me.
Yep. So theoretically, Albany Billings should be really good.
That'll be really good.
And Orlando has bounced back from starting off 0-2.
Huh. I really started 0-2. I kind of slept on this league minus my
Well, to be fair, the league slept on this league for like the first half until they decided to.
Yeah. Till Jeff Fisher came in, and now it's just mid.
Yeah, now it's back to almost being the fifth.
Yeah. Oh, look at you.
Nate, you're wrong. You're wrong. 7 and 9.
Yeah, it's mid.
Yeah.
Slightly below.
All right, slightly below mid. All right.
Yeah. So here's the pick. So in my game, Drew Powell with your leading Panther, Medlock with your leading rusher.
Oh shit! I thought I picked Firebirds. That's
Darius
even better.
Smith with your leading receiver.
That's always the best feeling, I swear.
Yeah, when you think you took a team and then you
did go with you guys on that. We were all wrong. Yes.
Goodness.
No, this one's better because.
No, you're that one's way better.
Yeah.
For sure.
All right, and see, I already went ahead and got rid of the game that got canceled because 07 Tetherhawk. All right,
Give me Kansas Storm.
Yeah.
I'm debating on taking Fold.
Which
That is
team?
good.
Which team?
Yeah, no, I won't do that. As funny as that'd be.
If you call it, you win the
Yeah,
league.
who'd be
I'll go
canceled.
Kansas Storm. I'm already winning, so why risk that?
Yeah.
And
Orlando.
even the Predators.
Orlando.
See, this would
Alright,
this would also be one where you could probably pick Fold.
Yeah.
I'll go with my team. I think Albany wins, but
I'm gonna do Albany and Nate.
Yeah, give me Firebirds.
Albany. Billings could win that though, yeah.
I'll rep my team.
So that's how.
God, I just had an awful first week.
That's true. I forgot about that.
Yeah, and there were way more teams, you know? It wouldn't have been as bad if there were only 3 games or 4 games, you know?
Yeah.
Too bad that was the week when there were 8 games or whatever.
Yeah.
True.
I went 1-3.
All right, so here are their league leaders. I'm gonna hide something that's really funny after this. So, but Jake Medlock is your leading pather right now. Jonathan Bain, I wonder if he's gonna go somewhere or if that's his stat line for the year, you know?
Yeah, that is really good.
Because theoretically, you've got a great quarterback just available for everybody now.
Yep.
I think Billings needs him.
Everyone needs him.
Yeah, but like, I mean, it wouldn't be that great of an upgrade. Theoretically,
Yeah,
maybe,
really
question mark, because of this. Let me scroll down. They're missing stats.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
Shout out to Albany that's put in stats for every single game.
Wait, West Texas hasn't reported in 3 games. Oh,
Yes.
that's impressive.
You know, the rest of these teams are pretty bad, and then Selena.
Yeah.
Selena's just like, we're good, it's stable, and we still don't care.
This game this week was the first time Washington put game stats in.
Oh my
Nice.
gosh, it's embarrassing. Coming from Selena fan.
So in other words, we don't know if the stats are right. Perfect.
The stats are right for what we have. It's just not an accurate representation of the whole season.
It's just an accurate representation of 4 games ago. Got it.
It's the accurate representation of Albany. Because they're the only team that we have all the stats for.
Wait, go up to their rushing. Okay, just making sure they had someone at the top of everything.
It's their quarterback.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
All right, and for some reason they did announce their playoff structure, and it's a 5-team playoff.
Wow.
Theoretically, it could be the
So
last,
every team is gonna
It could
make
be
it.
the last 5 teams standing. You know.
Or one team's gonna miss.
No, it doesn't matter to me. I gotta guarantee the championship spot again. Let's go.
I probably will when Orlando kills Southwest Kansas.
Yeah. You're pretty much a lock too.
I like that I still almost have a chance to not have any of my teams make it.
What happened in Nashville? I was just
They were just on a bye. They just lose a
Wow.
lot. They're not good. They
And
keep
yet-
losing.
and yet they beat Billings.
Yeah, they're your standings. Nashville 3-4.
They're 3-4. Yeah.
I think West
Well,
Texas would
4.8 after
West
that.
Texas would be in the playoffs
Yep.
if they didn't fall.
Nashville's got an above 5. Yeah, they're not bad. They're just not as good as the rest that are still alive at this point.
I think these.
It's debatable
I'm pretty
with
sure
Kansas
these teams
Storm.
both are out.
Oh, I'm
So
sorry.
This is theoretically your battle.
No,
for
one
the
of my
last
teams
playoff.
is making it. Got it.
Yeah, for your last playoff spot,
Should have just done 6.
which is
Yeah.
4.
4 makes a lot more sense.
Yeah, should have just done 4 and have both my teams be
Should
out.
just done 16. Just call the folded teams and be like, "Hey boys,
Hey, you guys want to come back?"
you
Well,
bored?"
Oregon continued to claim they're not folded and they'll be back. They thought technically Louisiana had said that too. So.
Oh, the Scabs.
No, the Scabs were the Soul.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
And also the Rapid City in their last game.
True.
And probably the Georgia Force, but
I'm really looking forward to Georgia's all whatever road games.
yeah, you know.
Bummer.
All right, on to the AIF, which is the championship, which I have. So.
Pain.
Good evening, everyone. The atmosphere is starting to set. We're about to have AIF championship football.
I already hate these commentators.
Fires back of the end zone, wide open.
Didn't even have to hear a word.
No, I can tell they're annoying.
Three-step drop, looking.
Actually, comparatively, they're pretty good at commentators.
Wide open in the back of the end zone. Tramel
That set it's not bar's really high.
Yeah, the bar's not very high in
considering
indoor leagues, but they're the only one of the few commentators that sound like engaged regardless of which team is scoring.
Oh, so like Idaho's.
They weren't sucking the other team's dick though.
Nah.
That Idaho's
Fires wide open is Forts and miscommunication. YouTube, Georgia, Alabama Sports Live. We're live streaming this game right now. And Cole finds a man open, bounces off the wall, hops over a man, and gets in the end zone for 6.
Stepped up as well. And a great job once again. The Columbus Lions failed.
Hey, there's a one-score game. They still sold, but
yeah, they brought it to a one-score game and then
And it's caught for a touchdown with a man on his back. And he's going to throw it up. That's going to be a touchdown. Robinson catches it and goes
How do you
all
get
the
cooked
way
like that, bro?
for 6.
on third down too, needed it.
Almost a sack, not a snack, but that's going to be intercepted by Troll Green, and he's going to go all the way down the sideline, and he's going to go all the way in for 6, and that will
you know what?
do
Shout
it.
out to the LA Kiss
The
though.
Columbus Lions
They're in
cement
zones.
their dominant 2024
Yeah.
campaign with an AIF championship.
All right, so we can go to the stat. The final score was 46-20, obviously. Marcus Brooks is your leading passer. Shout out to the 2 leading rushers who both had -2 yards.
Oh my gosh.
And
That's somehow even worse than the one game I had.
yeah. And then Forston was your leading receiver with 54.
Nice.
So here's how the postseason pick'em went. Nate won the tiebreaker on this one. So shout out to Nate there.
Thank you.
And then
Thank you.
And then the final pick'em standing.
Oh, so
Yep.
oh,
Hey, I won
interesting.
500. Woo!
So overall, I'm technically pushed over.
Yeah, if you want to count them as one continuous thing.
Yeah.
We could have had Patrick. Patrick could have been third on this. The Patrick method. The Patrick method.
Hey, remember, it was that first week I completely bombed.
Yeah.
You did bomb in these smaller ones.
For perspective.
Yeah, I bombed so terribly the first week.
For perspective, the Patrick method was 13-3.
Fuck you.
That's brutal. All right.
Yeah, and then your league leaders, whatever. There was only one game that was missed, so they got their stuff together. At least it backlog putting in all their stats for the most part. So good for them.
Nice.
They got their stuff together.
I'll take the L on this league.
Yeah, and then the final, we have the Arena League, which
Sort of have to.
I'm the only one that had Arena League games. Both my teams won.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think I'm covering a single game this season.
Yeah, Iowa is not good.
It's almost like they're the furries.
The only good thing about Iowa is anytime they score, the announcer sounds really honest. It seems like they're, because they say touchdown Iowa, woo. You know? So they sound like a really unenthused but trying to
I'm gonna
feign
be honest. I don't think my
enthusiasm.
team's winning the rest of the season.
No. Let's get to the games.
The Goats in the
be
woo
fair,
for the
Kyle,
second week in a row go
I don't
head
think
to
my
head.
team's
Played
winning
heavily
much
in that
either.
first game, and they
You're
pitch it
winning
back to
against
him here, and
mine,
he's
so.
gonna throw down the field.
True.
And one plays all
The
is
worst thing about
needed.
this league is that Kansas City seems to be the best team, but have the worst field
Contact again and a flag again.
and the worst
Time
production
looking for
quality
Smith.
of camera
Yeah, this is
angle.
awful.
Their announcers are fine, but their field and their cameras are awful.
How is it that dark in there?
Is he sitting back there?
Espinoza, pressure from Roundtree, right at the goal
I
line.
can't even
and
see half
lowers
the players
shoulder
in the dark.
Touchdown,
Yeah, I
Iowa.
don't like their
crap.
field presentation.
Good sportsmanship.
Okay, that's kind of.
It's like they have a spotlight on the middle of the field and that's
up
it.
against the
Yeah.
wall, and he brings it in.
Frustrated with himself.
Defender was closing in quick. Fourth down play.
I
Martinez
just don't
reaches
know,
out.
like, if the Raiders were forced to fold because they're.
Here you go. It's not a real kickoff return, but it is
Here
a.
to the back of the end zone. Pierce Jr.'s had some good returns already.
It's okay,
And he's
you'll-
gonna
you'll-
take
you'll
this
get it
one. No
together
one's gonna
next week.
stop him.
Yeah, I know.
Just like that, we are
It
tied.
technically counts.
Spread out, right side, and brings it in. So you know what that means, Dylan. There's going to be some talking and some
I just don't know how, like,
play.
the league could say, yeah, this is acceptable.
Look at that, using the full
Yeah, it's like you just need to put fucking studio
right
lights
back
in your
forward.
end zones in the corners.
Harding breaks it in.
Seriously.
For like that's it. Like, come on.
That was nasty, I'm not gonna lie. Never mind.
Oh,
This
This is going to be a running theme for the rest of the game, by the way.
Touchdown, Kansas City. Again, old Bryce.
You're joking, right?
No, I'm not.
no.
It looks so cool. You're joking.
No.
The Woo are
No, not again. The same play? Okay, good.
okay. I was gonna say 3
No,
times.
that's the
I'm
same
surprised
play.
for you.
Kansas City. Another interception. Try to take it back to the house again.
Why?
Touchdown, Kansas City.
Hey guys, guess what?
No. No. Why? Just dump it off quick.
Okay.
Okay,
It's not
good.
this one. It's the next
Not
one
this
then.
one.
Stiff arm falls into the end
Did we get rid of not want to cook?
There's no way. No.
The reason why they
No.
do this is so he can run. Because the quarterback's not allowed to scramble initially.
Yeah.
But
It's very stupid.
correct.
Like, why not just have that option?
So I didn't
like,
have any
open
kick
to, like-
returns this week, but I did get 4 or 5 pick sixes because there was one in another game.
Like, why not just have the first guy try to pass it, if not pass it back, and then just be a block?
Arena as we get set for the Arena
I
League.
was just
Game
sold.
2 for both of
Yeah,
these
they
Yeah.
felt fun.
Kansas City wasn't that good.
Record of 1-0 on
Yeah,
At least
but our
comparatively
offense
to the
is
last time they played, they scored
Harbor
90.
Monsters passing.
Yeah.
I don't hate
Takes
this
it
field.
here, slow
I
snap.
mean, to be
This
fair,
is-
it's the best
Rolls
logo.
around, still on his
This
feet,
is a really
rolls
good
to his
field.
right,
Duluth
now
has a nice
throws,
field
and it's
too, but they haven't played a
intercepted.
home game yet.
And into the end zone.
What was
Motion
that?
again.
That's
An
it.
interception.
I'm no longer
Johnson looking
I don't even know where they're at.
downfield.
Ozarks,
Throws it.
whatever.
Yeah.
And it is caught near the wall.
It does say it
on
on
the
the screen.
near side and
I don't know.
in for the score. Bruce playing nose guard. Here's a pitch
Okay,
back.
I can't lie.
Bertelsmeyer
The tackle
scampers in
box is
from
a baller arena.
motion
now.
man way
I
over.
love it.
And it bounces into the end zone. And motion.
Yeah, that is kind of
right
baller.
side to give. And that'll be an easy touchdown for
Not a
Ski
bad
from
turnout
5
either.
yards out.
Also, they have a Brass
another
Pro
timeout.
Shop
No.
sponsorship, so
Yo!
Perfect,
Okay.
perfect
Smalls
sponsor.
looks downfield. He gets it
Let's
to a man.
go.
And into the end zone for a score.
Oh, that's a
Got
flop.
some pressure. Oh, nice block there. Pass into the end zone. It is
think I
caught
ripped off that
and
guy's helmet.
scored in the second half using the running back. Oh, right up the middle. And jumping over and
Oh, that was a
down.
bad reach. That could have been bad for him, but so good.
Snaps
No.
over the head of the quarterback.
this was the
And the ball still
point
was
after.
picked up by the Walkers. And they're going to
That's even
score.
worse.
Motion man.
Probably not, considering that's 1
Fires
point
it
instead
right
of
side,
6.
caught for
Yeah.
the touchdown at the 8-yard line. Johnson rolling to his right.
But
At
still,
least it was a
really,
close game.
Still on his feet, goes back the other way.
Yeah, I
Being
think
chased.
I don't
Fire
think
it into the end
Lonkers
zone.
are
It
necessarily
is
cooked.
caught.
They're not
Now
going to
they're
beat the
going to bend
goats,
under
but
center. Here's the pitch.
Oh
to
yeah,
Rush.
not going to
Rush
beat the
trying to
goats.
get outside to the
But,
right.
I think
I
they can
think
easily beat
they
the
can.
At midfield, the
beat
snap.
Goose
Here's
next
the
time
ball
they play.
back to Rush. Rush trying to
It was
elude
close.
the defense. He
And they'll
throws
sweep the
downfield.
threes.
Ball is caught inside the 10 and diving in for the touchdown.
You're joking, right?
Backfield by himself. He'll roll to his left.
Wait, didn't Duluth win by
Gonna throw it
10?
into the end zone, and it's going to be
Am I missing something here? Or did I just misread the score?
caught. Lunkers will give it up, and that's the
I think
end
they posted
of
the wrong score on the
game.
website.
The Harbor Monsters
gonna say,
win this one.
Now I feel a lot better. About
Yeah, because I think it was listed at 48-38.
I feel a lot better, but we still got cooked.
You to choke it at the end there. Okay. The Arena League. Okay. So, Kansas City, Iowa stats weren't in yet, which is unfortunate. Duluth, I guess this is 44. I did not. Jonathan with
Ozarks.
Path Ozarks.
Oh no, I meant Pick'em. I don't know
Pick'em.
if that necessarily.
To change it later.
I don't know if that's actually their.
I think it is Ozarks, plural.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'm definitely
Yeah,
going with the
yeah, I'm going
Lunkers.
Lunkers.
Yeah, give me Lunkers.
And then I'm going Kansas
And then
City.
give me the goats.
I'm going with the Tom Brady's.
This is good. I think this is how the league is going to end up. That we're all going to be picking the same teams, everything to last.
Yeah, I'm fine with losing this one by one.
You're going to lose it by one because you made a wrong pick in the first week.
Yeah, I accidentally picked the Woo the first week.
Not an accident. I don't blame you going week one with your team.
No, it was stupid because they lost their preseason game against a minor league team. Remember?
Yep. Yeah. I forgot about that. That was really stupid. Really dumb.
It was very stupid.
Oh my gosh, my boy Josh, my boy. Actually, that's not true. He was a bum. Screw Josh.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and then this is what the postseason would look like if the postseason started today, because the regular season doesn't matter.
I like how Ozarks are still two.
Yeah, I don't know why they're standing.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what the tiebreakers are. And but the point differential is the first tiebreaker instead of head-to-head, which is stupid, but you know.
That is really dumb.
I'm sure Duluth's point differential will be better when they get to play Iowa.
How is the Ozarks? I know, whatever. Whatever.
I don't know. Their schedule's weird, but everybody.
Their SRS makes no sense to me, but okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay. We got
Major League Rugby.
I have one, Kyle, so I'll cook this time.
Yeah, sounds good. I think I have one as well. No, I have two, so yeah, you go first.
Okay. So Houston officially clinches the top overall seed with their win over Seattle. Final score is 28-25. A bit low scoring, but overall, really good game. What was that?
On brand for Seattle.
Oh, yeah. I don't think you blew a lead at least this time. So you just Houston was able to get the job done. You won the first game, so
yeah.
Houston had an extra try. That was pretty much the main difference. Everything. I mean, Seattle had more tackles, and Houston was able to move the ball better, I guess, overall. Had more lineouts, had more scrums. Neither team was efficient in conversion. Well, I guess Seattle was. Houston wasn't at 1-4. Houston's best player was AJ. He had a goal kicked and a decent amount of kicking meters, and Mac Mason had 2 goals kicked. Also had a decent amount of kicking meters. Really, the try was pretty much the main difference. No stat really stood out to me. So the comment of the game was Seattle's trash by Ryan _Hildago 1979. Valid take. And then Houston.
The real question is, which sports Seattle team was he talking about?
It's a great question. Who knows?
Probably the Supersonics.
Yeah, that's true. You got me there. The Seattle soccer team, if they have one. I actually don't think they have one. I don't know.
They might have a new one, I think. It'd be
But
weird if they had to get a hockey team before they got a soccer team.
not necessarily with Portland having a team, but yeah, it'll also be. I don't know.
They probably honestly probably play in the same stadium as the rugby team.
True. Oh, I see. Yeah, but the next game, I don't know how resting players works in this league. If it's really going to be a thing or not, so we'll find out. But Houston's going against San Diego. I don't know if it's their last game or second to last, but that's not what we wanted to cook. So good job, Houston. Go, baby.
All right, Kyle.
All right. So, first up, we had the Free Jacks beating the Utah Warriors. This game was probably a little bit closer than I would have hoped for against Utah. Still a good game by the Free Jacks, scoring 36 points and only giving up 27. They had 5 tries to Utah's 3, 1 penalty goal kick out of 1 compared to 2 out of 3 for the Warriors, and then 4 out of 5 conversions compared to Utah's 3. Stat-wise, it was a pretty balanced game other than that, so Utah did play well against the Free Jacks, but Free Jacks were able to win by 9, which is still good. Next up, we had the Miami Sharks. Had a very good win against Anthem of all teams, fitting. Sharks won 30-14. Sharks did not do well on conversions, only 1 for 2 compared to Anthem's 2 for 2. But Miami was able to capitalize off 2 penalty goal kicks and 1 more try than Anthem, giving them that 16-point win. Other than that, once again, stats were fairly balanced.
Anthem got a red card, so who really won?
Maybe Anthem, yeah.
Call them shocked that we had more penalties. Refs are cheating. Refs are cheating.
Yeah. All right, I got my 2 games. So go Major League Rugby.
We get set for this one. Chicago, San Diego head-to-head.
Team news: the Chicago Hounds coach resigned
23 men on the pitch tonight.
Like 2 days before this game. So.
Why though?
At the last moment, Campbell.
I don't know.
You're in like a playoff spot. Why?
He was betting on games.
On a bounce, he's got
it. Really?
Probably not. It's probably a family thing, and he probably doesn't live in America generally. I guess he's probably international.
Great pass. James.
That's a
return
great point.
He probably lives in O-Block.
On the board. Anu is able to finish. Sprint up pitch here. Tupai brilliant. Pass to Brache. Getting close. Lunging. It's down for 5. Fawcett.
Forgot you should. I wasn't in your stream for a second. I was like, what's going on? I was like, oh, I'm watching Kyle.
There's the number 2. He's got it. It is Mintz driving toward the try. Fawcett. He gets the yellow card. Carty gets the 3. What a win for the Hounds tonight.
The Hounds
That was still scoring.
Yeah.
Let's go. Dallas. How could you do me like that? That was a good game, though.
Into Dallas territory.
Did I take Old Glory on this one? I did, right?
Looking to break some hearts
We'll
here
see when we get there.
Corey Daniel. Corey Daniel. And Old Glory so far has liked what they've seen, but only for so long. Away against the defending
I think you both went Dallas, to be honest.
Yeah, I know Jackson. I know Jackson went Old Glory. Because I remember it was both of us going with our team. And I think you went Dallas. But it was a fair take.
The important thing was that Nate talked me into taking Anthem with him.
Oh, look at the handles from the big man. All the way over freed up. Final surge. Gomez followed.
It was that game.
Finding their first lead tonight.
I'm just saying.
To be fair, they did play well, but
no, they didn't. Not compared to what they've done the prior 2 weeks.
Yeah.
have their first lead of the night. They keep it simple.
As long as I went 3 and
Dallas
2.
will try to keep it from slipping into gear.
I'm not gonna win this league anyway, though. So.
But guess who's there for the second time tonight to dot it down?
Jackson has this one right now, right?
Yeah, he's up like 3, I think.
Gallagher.
Yeah, we're
cut
cooked.
back inside, sees the prize within reach, and there's your try.
I always hate when
Glory
fields
with
have multiple
possession.
different
What do they have
lines.
in mind? We're back underway.
I never know which
I'm with you on that. It is
And
annoying.
Glory has the answer just
The
like
UFL
that.
did paint over the rugby
Looking to
line
put the
during their
final
games, though.
punctuation on tonight.
Yeah.
If they
I think
can
there's
dot
just
it
too many
down
lines
for
to
the
paint
fifth
over
time.
for the
Here's big
football
D.
field.
The surge to the
Yeah.
line. It's in.
You can't
Dallas
destroy the grass.
sold. Dallas sold.
Yep, they blew it at the end. They let him score in the final possession.
Whoa! Gross.
Well, they are from DC, home of the DC Gay Flag Football League.
True.
So, Major League Rugby. So here's how the standings look right now. The top 4 teams
Oh
are getting.
gosh,
So,
I did not have a good week.
Oh, I had a good week. 3 out of 4.
so yeah.
I went San Diego. Why?
Or sorry, there were 5 games, weren't there?
I only got 1 right. I got cooked. Oh wait, no, I got 2.
Oh yeah, okay, I went 3
And
and
then
2. I'll take
so
it.
scoring, Cardi with your leading scorer, McCarthy with your leading kicker, and
We all
White
go 3 and 2.
rusher.
I went 2 and 3.
Oh, okay.
Oliver with your leading scorer and kicker, and Hoyland with your leading rusher. And then from the around the league game, NOLA beat Los Angeles 38-21.
I lied. I
Bolsa,
went 3 and 3.
Bolsa with the leading
Bolsa!
scorer. Bolsa what? He was your leading scorer.
Bolsa these nuts.
Stevens with your leading kicker, and Van
I
Vot.
I might pick up.
Russia.
I might pick up Nola for Anthem in the off season if I could get both of these nuts.
Bolsa saves. All right. So here's our standings right now.
Oh, good. Yeah,
Almost awful this.
no, you're doing pretty well.
Yeah, I'm still above 600, so.
I'm embracing. I'm not catching Jackson, so I'm just trying to just not fall to
Stay
third,
ahead.
which is going to be pretty hard to do.
I'm
So
gonna go New England.
Yeah, give me free jacks.
let me cook both of these nuts. Loss. No,
Okay, so New England. I've got Chicago. Good.
Give me Chicago.
let me cook. Yeah, Chicago. I want to.
No,
so
you should
bad.
take it. You should take it.
No, I'm not.
Give me old.
I'm gonna
Give me old glory.
Dallas. I'll rock with my boys
yeah, going Dallas
regardless.
here. You
Yeah,
touched
Dallas.
on-
You'd be stupid to take
the
Utah.
Mormons
Yeah.
Seattle.
are not good. Yeah.
Yeah, Seattle by 2 points.
Houston. I'll go with my boys regardless.
Houston.
They
Yeah.
might be
Oh!
resting their starter. I don't
Give
know.
me San Diego.
I don't know if you have the capability of doing that, but they do not have an incentive to play this game.
I think you have like 22 players on your roster. So I think you can
Okay.
sub some guys in, but not like your whole
Probably
team.
not enough to.
I don't think you can swap out your whole team. So you're playing
No.
some of your starters regardless. Here's our league leaders in scoring, kicking, and rushing meters.
My boy, my Dallas player. What happened? My brother in Christ. Okay.
Well, your Dallas players was like the leader in try, which is not the stat.
Oh,
Straight
I got
scoring.
you. I got you.
Yeah. I don't know if he's still the leader in try or not. 'cause I don't think
Yo, guaranteed in a conference championship.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, not bad. I mean, it's like the 8 competent teams.
that- Yeah.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Ish.
Yeah, they're the heavy
Competent-ish,
fall.
yes. Fair.
Hard
Well,
to
pretty
call
much
Nola
this,
and Old Glory
these
in
all
Chicago.
competent. Yep, in quotation marks.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, for the East, though.
For East standards, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All I gotta say is the East is cooked this year. They are
I
so
mean,
cooked.
San Diego was 15-1 last year or whatever, and they still lost the championship. So
New England was really good last year, though. New England isn't as good
yeah,
as they were last year. I think Houston.
but they're gonna
I
be
think-
there.
I-
So you never know.
I'm gonna say it. I don't
Nola's
think
got both
Houston
of
makes
these
the
nuts.
championship. I think
I,
Houston
I,
chokes.
You're probably right. To be fair,
Yeah, it's gonna be Seattle probably.
Yeah, I'm thinking Seattle's gonna have a nice 2-point win.
Nah, I think San Diego goes back and plays NOLA.
Okay. I mean, it's possible. The East
and then both of these nuts are gonna drag hit them across.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right. On to the Aussie League.
I have one. Or no. Yeah, I have one.
You go first, then. I technically had one, but
so the Fremantle Dockers took on the Western Bulldogs. This game wasn't really a close game. It was close in the first, but then the Bulldogs just ran away with it. It was a 67-point win for the Bulldogs. Wasn't really anything. I mean, I guess the Dockers started to kind of come back towards like halfway, like into the third, like fourth, but then it just went stagnant, and then they just gave up at the end. The Dockers did have a little bit where they were up 11 points, but they quickly fell back down after about 15 minutes in front. So, yeah, really not much else to say about this game. It was pretty one-sided.
Yeah.
Then Demons were on a bye. So
I mean, 50 points is nothing. That's barely a lead. So.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 56 points is. If it was 54, it's a different story.
So first game, Port Adelaide, worst fan base in the AFL. Power lost to the Giants 73-51. I had faith in my boys, and they took care of business. But other than the fact that they had 19 behinds and 9 goals, but we don't talk about that. 19 behinds is insane. But for the most part, the Giants did outplay in every major category. And had less turnovers, so which is a first for my teams, to be honest. So won the possession battle. Overall that's probably one of the closest lead times difference I've seen. So Lachey was the leading scorer for the Giants per usual. A lot of disposals, decent amount of kicks, handballs, and marks. And Dan Houston was the leading scorer for the Power. He was pretty busy.
It's the most un-Australian name I've ever seen in my life.
It's a good chance he probably is an Australian. Who knows, though? I don't know.
Who would be not Australian and playing Australian football?
You'd be shocked. You know, my freaking my brother's sister-in-law freaking lived in Australia for a few years, so who knows? So for all we know,
I bet you he's a Tilda fan.
Yeah, might be next year. Me next year. You never know. But the difference was the Giants had quite a few more inside the 50s that helped them out. So, and even the biggest lead, 23-16, neither team really was dominating. So. And then I couldn't really just lead it to one comment because, again, this league is just goated with the sauce when it comes to content. I couldn't really remember if there was any really good ones. I think this one was pretty funny to give up his membership and burn his jumpers if somebody didn't get fired. So done. This comment section's really mad at their coach. They're really mad. Yeah, so where are all the sack Ken calls when we win? Actually, no, never mind. That guy's defending. Never mind. That's cringe. How much do we have to longer on the act on Ken? You know, it's some pretty toxic comments here. And they have 7 primetime games to end the season. 7 games to showcase why everyone wants Ken out. Sack is Ken. Unless if you're announcing Ken's departure, stop posting. Take our learnings from we're bad. It's a pretty brutal comment section. So, I don't know if there's anything else good here. Embarrassing loss. I wouldn't say people are acting like the Giants are bad. To be fair, like.
As a White Sox fan who was there for the Fire Tony La Russa saga, maybe take your semi-competent coach, because you might end up with
True.
Straight Garbo.
Here are
Yeah.
some of the spam tweets too. That one's pretty funny. That's pretty good. So, yeah. Needless to say, now do you see why the Port Adelaide might have the worst fan base? It's pretty, pretty toxic.
Well, at least they're attacking their own team right now.
They are attacking their own team, but it's like it's not like you lost to a team in the bottom 8. You know, the Giants they've been struggling, but they're relatively decent. Yeah. So now I said I technically had one game, but the second one I'm covering is Falcons gonna Falcon. Oh man, who'd ever thought we'd see the day that the Roos would be on this bit? But nonetheless, they are. And it was against the freaking defending champions. Make it make sense. The halftime score is 86-38, Roos, and they blew it. I am devastated. 19 goals, though, is insane. The bad news is they allowed freaking 18 and could have allowed up to 11 more. So they were getting cooked on defense per usual, but for whatever dumb reason, the offense this game showed up.
Yeah, they had like a perfect offensive game. Too bad their defense still sucks.
Their defense was absolutely atrocious.
In the second
half. Color me. You know what? That's fair. The first half defense at only 36 was pretty decent. But so yeah, I mean, the stats show the Roos had probably their best game of the year, even though it was a loss. And the Magpies only led for 10 minutes. Really embarrassing game for the defending champs, but thank goodness Jackson doesn't have to end himself.
I was really considering it watching this game at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah,
I almost won the league.
Really bad game. Cameron here for the Roos had 3 goals. So shout out to my boy. Let's go, baby. The key differentiator was the Roos got Falcons gonna Falcons. Pretty bad choke job in the 4th there in particular. Apparently there was a really bad call at the end. The Roos are you're going to see this in the comment section. A lot of people are saying the Roos got screwed. I think it's just us.
Simply, you should be defending the champ, and then you'll get the calls.
I would agree. How is that not 50? Shouldn't have taken. No, even for us, that's pathetic. Deserves a like. You're the worst club ever to play the game. Please liquidate. That one was also pretty funny. But here we go.
Even for us.
Yes, that was great, man.
Me when Matt Ryan was my quarterback.
Yes. I love reading these comments, just hearing the different sayings they have, because we'd just be like, fire them, but no, they're saying sack them. Sack all the umps.
Yeah, the umps. Yeah.
Ridiculous. All these people complain about the refs. Played well. Yeah, I'm not liking that. No team can beat those umpires umpiring a game like that. Never mind. That's pretty funny. Okay. That's on Clarko. Shocking sub call. Yeah, so it looks like it was a mixture of a bad sub and a really bad call, apparently. But at the end of the day, when you're up that much, you can't blame the refs. I'm sorry. The umps.
Clearly, they should have had a better offensive performance than 19 goals to 4 behinds. Clearly, they should have been 20-3, and then they wouldn't have to worry about this.
I think this is a valid comment. Need to be investigated for tanking. Why take your best player off?
Yeah.
Shout out to this guy, biggest banter club of all time. How do you choke a 50-point lead? That's pretty funny. Yeah, so it sounds like the sub of Phillips was an all-time blunder. And that's why we're on the bottom of the ladder. These comments, yep. To be fair, that's actually not valid considering they blew 3 leads in the 4th quarter to Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals. So can't really be using Reggie Miller right now. Should have been up 3-1 against the Celtics, and instead you got swept. So this is a pretty good comment section overall. You're a factory of sadness. That's where we're going to end it off. That's really good. So that's the Falcons gonna Falcon. My life is pain as a Roos fan. That's why I'm taking my talents to St. Kilda, where they know how to run a franchise.
Take a franchise.
Yeah. 100 years of misery.
Sir.
All right. So I thought I only had one game then, so get through it.
Incredible. Had a good patch, Darcy Fogarty, 13-3 in his last 5 weeks for the first goal of Saturday night.
This game also had the choke job in it, by the way.
Yep, yes it does. I looked at the game and went, and then was like, oh yeah, that's a Jackson game. Nice.
Goes for goal. Yes.
Good pick.
Beautiful finish.
12-1. Yeah, it is a choke job.
That ranking back. Saligo, nice clearance win to Laird. They're having some good stoppage success early. The Crows. Blakey with the spoil. Some pressure
No
from the Crows
way.
again.
They're gonna score off this?
Yeah.
And the captain's got goal
Damn.
number 4. Goes to
That's
the teeth
insane.
of goal to the big pack.
Looking like the Roos defense that year, Swans. I take it back. That was even worse. He almost shake that. That would have been funny.
Nearly took the mark. Rochelle boots a ball.
No way.
Hands it caught, and then he got a boot to it.
No, that's just impressive.
The Adelaide defense being soundly
Kicking it off the
tested here.
bounce is
Amani
pretty
Yeah,
maybe
yeah.
for 4 in the quarter. High
Dang!
goal.
He got a ton of air on that.
Picked up
That guy had a
by
hell of a game.
McDonald skies it. There's still some work to be done. Amani, he can do no wrong.
Pressure up the ground and then trying to work back inside.
I can tell.
Joel
He's
Amani
busy.
is having some party. He's crept into the
Jeez.
calculations. for the
I think what the
medal.
impressive
He
part
comes
is
in
wearing's wearing winter
and
clothes and they're
kicks
wearing
his
shorts and
knife.
crop tops.
And with a clean
I mean, they're
kill.
running around
Or, like,
for
big tops.
how many ever,
Yeah.
120 minutes or whatever.
Yeah.
All right, the AFL. So here's the thing where Australian fantasy does not make sense. So Grundy was your leading in fantasy points, but this guy scored 9 goals.
I don't get it. I don't get it either. I noticed this pretty immediately. It doesn't make sense. Why do goals have no value in fantasy? My apologies. I forgot scoring in the sport doesn't matter when
Yep.
it comes to fantasy. Unbelievable.
Yep. Yeah, that guy had 9 goals. And when they showed his little
I
graphic
feel like-
that he had 30 on the season when he kicked that last one. So
I'm gonna
he's
set
like
up
a
a
third of
fantasy.
his
I feel
goals were.
like, yeah, next year we need to actually do a fantasy league. For us.
I'm with you on that. We're gonna do a fantasy league for this next year. I'm gonna make hashtag goals matter again.
Yeah,
Make goals great again.
we need to figure out like NBA equivalent and use NBA scoring for fantasy on
Yes.
Australian football.
'Cause this is
So we need 2
ridiculous.
leagues, is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, a real one and
Yeah, our bullshit one.
yeah,
We need to set up one for CFL. It's technically not too late.
yeah. Anyway, the Har with your leading thing and Hill with 5 goals. 3 people had tackles. Around the league, Brisbane beat the Saints 126-106. And Hawthorn beat the Tigers 97-49.
Gosh, I can't believe I caved in that one.
So, all right, I'm
Ooh.
going Blues because the Cats
Give me
can't
Blues.
beat good team.
I'll go Blues, baby.
I'm going
Give me
Brisbane.
the Lions. Yeah.
What about you, Nate?
The Lions are home.
No,
Ugh.
bottom home.
Bottom some? Okay.
Yeah, I fixed it.
Screw it. I'll go Power.
All right.
I think
This
Swans are
is-
more
this-
consistent
this
right
is-
now.
Split. So, I think I'm going to take Swans to pick 'em, but I think this is my bet game, and I think I'm going to take GWS in the bet.
Yeah, give me Swans.
Because I could see GWS winning.
I'll go GWS.
All right.
Yeah, Demons. I'm not crazy.
Demons have played awful recently. But it is the Ruse. So
The
give me
Roos,
the Demons.
the Roos just had the 3rd biggest choke job in the 21st century.
Yeah.
Not in the last
But
5 years.
I mean, it was better
in
than they
the-
were
in
supposed
the
to play.
21st century.
Right.
I don't care. That's the
25
3rd
years.
biggest choke job in the last 20 years.
So did you change your pick, or did you keep Demon?
Yeah, keep Demons.
Okay.
Bombers.
Ugh. Yeah, Bombers.
Yeah, Bombers. Yeah, I feel like I'd have to be stupid to go with Eagles.
I need to look at the SRS.
Give me the Suns.
Suns
I'll take
are
the Suns.
0.6.
Yeah, Suns.
And Dockers are 5.7. I'm going Dockers then.
I'll go Dockers.
Give me Suns. Yeah.
So here.
God, I'm in third place in every fucking league.
That's not true. CFL.
Yeah, you tied for the UFL, Kyle. You won the UFL with Nate.
I mean,
Yeah.
Okay, fair. I mean, like current active
And
ones
you
that are still
won.
going.
I think you won UFL outright based on the. Oh wait.
No, he had.
No, it was a
he
dead
had,
tie because of the
I
playoff.
had a better playoff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Than Kyle.
Because Kyle believed in St.
I
Louis.
Won the regular
Lamau.
season, but yeah, I won the regular season, but because of the playoffs, you caught.
No,
fair,
I just couldn't count right, so it was a tie in the regular season.
Wait.
Oh, okay.
You weren't you were Kyle was ahead of me in this league at one point. Because
This one I was definitely ahead.
no,
at
we
one
were
point.
tied.
I'm pretty sure I had the lead in this league at one point.
I don't know. I feel like I've had the lead the whole time.
I
think that's also possible.
Jackson's had the lead for the most of the way.
I think I've been in second at one point. I will say that.
I think you were because I netted 3 on you this week, so we were tied.
Yep, that'll do it.
You know what? I was up 2 on you and I blew it, and then I
that's
gave
it.
right
Yep.
back. That's what it was.
Yeah. So here's the stat leaders. I'm not sure what all these actually include, but it's fantasy rate. I don't know what rate actually determines. Goals, disposals, marks, tackles, clearances, hitouts, and then scoring. It's goals behind, goal assist, shots on goals, scoring intent, which is if you're like involved in a play that ends up scoring. And then scores launched, which I have no idea what that stat actually means. And defense is tackles inside 50, a pressure act, defensive half pressure. I don't remember what S is. This is like one-on-ones in not marks, but like when you're going out for the ball or whatever, and that's as if you lose. And so those are what all those stats are. And this is what the playoffs would look like if the playoffs started today.
I cannot wait for this playoff bracket because it's going to be so cancerous.
Yep.
I'm just
I think
so
it'll
lost.
be fun.
It makes sense once you figure it out.
I
But
know. But it's just not the most visually appealing.
Nope.
Yeah, lots of lines. I'm sure there's a cleaner way of writing it, but just maybe not.
There definitely is. It's just really weird no matter what.
Not in my
in order to do it, you would have to do like the loser of 1 and 4 and stuff like that, and like the thing, and it just gets really messy no matter what.
I wanted to have all my lines, so
yeah.
All right. Well, we can go do the tier list now if you want, or we can hold off tier list and then convert to the
I think we can convert it
to the poll.
Yeah,
so we'll do so we'll skip it this week, and next week we'll have polls.
Sweet.
Anybody got anything to say?
Nope, that's all from me.
Beef by 50.
Beef by 50 next year. In whatever league they're
2
playing
points. Take it or leave it.
Okay. All right. Hey, quick addendum. I realized I mentioned what I was going to bet, but I forgot to actually make the bet for losing money with Jackson. So, quickly going to show you guys me making it. So, yeah, we got GWS at plus 190. Good. Now, like I said, I assume Sydney's going to win this game, but I wouldn't be surprised if GWS pulled it off. So, that's why we are doing this. All right, gotta go recheck the location. Alrighty. Place bet. Alright, there we go. See you guys next week.